everyone, and welcome back. I am Erin, the Erintainer, and I am here to Erintain you. And basically, all that means is I'm just here to make your day a little bit better. Hopefully, it works. Hopefully, you're having a good day already. But hopefully, I can make this the best day of your life so far. I don't want to give myself too much credit, but hopefully, at least you'll get a little laugh. Maybe I'll make you think a little bit. Who knows? But as always, please like, subscribe if you like this kind of content. And of course, share your opinion down below. I want to hear what you guys have to think because I might be totally off base here. I might not know what the heck I'm talking about. But this one, folks, whew, we got to buckle up. We're about to go on a ride, a wild one, like a roller coaster, like a water ride. We're about to get wet. Oh my gosh, that's so dirty. I'm so sorry. Okay, here we go. Am I the a-hole? Who am I kidding? I am definitely the a-hole for sleeping with my ex-fiance's affair baby 23 years later. Little incestual, but let's see. Okay. I am a 45-year-old guy, single, no kids, all names are fake. Okay, I really like how he spells okay. Okay here. It reminds me of my Midwestern grandma. Okay, oh yeah, don't ya know, eh? Okay, let me tell you a story, oh yeah, yeah. All right, sorry about that. Let's go. Okay, here's the short version. About 24 years ago, my then fiance Ella, then 20, told me she was pregnant. I was over the moon. We did not set a wedding date yet, but now we wanted to wait until the child was 2 to 3 to be a part of the wedding party. That is very, very cute. When she was about 7 months pregnant, my world shattered. A friend, let's call him Luke, told me that the child was his and not mine. This led to a physical fight, and Ella took his side. We were done. I broke up with her there. She moved in with Luke, and I did demand a paternity test. If the child was mine, I demanded to be in its life. That's awesome. Good for you. After the birth of the girl, the test was done twice by a clinic I chose and one she chose. Turned out she was not mine. I was destroyed and left town. She could have her life. I did not want to witness it. Oh, that's really sad. I'm sorry that happened to you, man. That would honestly really, really suck. But it kind of makes it weird that now you thought this kid was your child and then you banged her. But we're, no judgment. We're going to get there. We're going to just hear your story, man. All right. And now to the present. A month ago, my work brought me back to my hometown temporarily for 2 weeks. I ran into Ella with her daughter Nikki, 23, at an impromptu school reunion. Ella wanted to catch up. I wasn't angry anymore, but also did not see the point of being friends. I declined and mingled. After a while, I sat at a table nursing a drink. Ella has already left, and Nikki sat at my table. She asked for 10 minutes to talk. She knew about my history with her mother, and it was clear that she resented her mother because Luke was also not her bio dad. Wow. Ella cheated on me with at least 2 people. 23andMe revealed the real bio dad. He had passed away already. When Nikki was 7, Luke found out and kicked them both out. Wow. So she had to have known. She just kind of picked who she wanted to stay with. That's gotta hurt. She just kind of picked the dude she wanted to be with the most. Wow, that's messed up. And it became a scandal. Yeah, I'll say. Nikki was bullied her whole life for being the affair baby. Oh, you don't bully well, she had nothing to do with it. She couldn't pick who her dad was and who her mom banged. Luke's family disowned her. All the cousins she was close with were gone all of a sudden, and she blamed her mother. Oh. I asked her why she told me all of this. She said that I'm someone who would understand this betrayal, and she is a product of that betrayal. She does not expect anything from me. She just needed someone to talk to that would understand. I felt for this kid. Oh, the fact that you're calling her a kid, though, feels weird. Okay. I felt for this kid, so we kept talking. We exchanged contact info and went our own ways. Next day, she wanted to talk more, to vent more. Oh, it's so hard because I feel like she's really looking for like a fatherly figure in her life. I mean, if her bio dad has passed away, her father, who she knew for years, disowned her, and now she just wants a father figure, I feel like. So it's going to get really weird when you guys like I'm trying not to judge. Don't judge. Guys, stop judging. We don't know the whole story yet, okay? Just be cool about it. We've all done something like this before. So we met in the bar of the hotel I was staying. We had drinks and she ranted about her life. We talked till late, and when the bar closed, Nikki was too drunk to drive home, and since I didn't know where she lived, I couldn't even get her an Uber. So I took her to my room. I have the habit of always getting a room with twin beds, so she slept in one bed and I slept in the other. Nothing happened. Okay, good. I was like, if she's too drunk to drive or tell you her address, you probably shouldn't be doing the deed. This was about to turn into a much different story. I was getting a little weird because I did not pre-read this. So, okay, thank goodness. Next morning we had breakfast and she left while I went to work. A few nights I met Nikki in the bar. Just reading it how he wrote it. I met Nikki in the bar because she had a lot to rant about. We also talked about her future, and she expressed interest to move out of town to escape the stigma of being the affair baby. Man, still at 23? Like, you could have gone to a college in a different state, girl. Like, why are you still around these cousins that are making fun of you for being an affair baby? Is this a real story? I'm at the point where I'm like, this can't be real. Okay. Here's where I may be the a-hole. I made a move on her one night. At first, she walked away. I thought I blew it, so I went up to my room. An hour later, she sent me a text asking if I was in my room. As soon as I answered with yes, she knocked on the door. I was sober, she was sober. I had time to think. I could have sent her away, but I didn't. This is the daughter of my ex-fiance. If I never found out Ella cheated, I would have raised Nikki as my own daughter. But I found out, and Nikki is not my daughter. I never saw her as a baby, never saw her grow up, never saw her as a daughter. The first time I saw her was a week ago. So yes, I slept with her, and then again. Wowee. Good for you. This is crazy. Oh, this is crazy. I mean, look, I still look at like people in their early 20s and I'm like, you are a child. I could never. No offense if you're in your early 20s, but like, I'm at that age now where I can't go too far too young. But what it like, let's say hypothetically you got back with your ex, which I'm sure you never would. I don't know. This is so messy. Okay, I just want to keep going. It's like it's really messy, but I like it. Okay. Nikki is more vengeful than I am. She said she wanted to let her mother know, but she wasn't going to do it if I didn't want to. I was okay. Sorry, the way he spells okay. I was okay with letting her know. It took a little convincing in how we would let her know. We took a picture together, clearly in bed, naked, but covered by sheets. And she sent it as a one-time view picture to her mother via Instagram message with the caption, "I can finally call him daddy." The scream I want to scrimpt. Oh, I got like, oh, they're so twisted. Oh, I'm like, yeah, this is such great revenge. And then I was instantly like nauseous. I don't know. Okay. Okay. Ella called and they got in a fight. Then she got in a fight with me, still over the phone. I thought it was over the betrayal, but it seems like I had bottled up a lot and everything finally came out. I had 4 more days there and Nikki stayed in my room those 4 days. So you know they were banging. What if you got her pregnant? Oh my gosh, can you imagine? He knocks her up and then his ex-wife is his child's grandmother. Oh, this is a wild. I told y'all it was a wild one. I told y'all this was a Oh, your honey was a wild one. Sorry, I know that wasn't good. All right. Now I'm back home. Nikki is currently packing everything. She's going to move to another country to be away from her toxic environment. Finally, yes, sheesh. It's been 5 years too long. What, you're 23? You turned 18 5 years ago. Yeah. Get out of there. She'll stay with me for a week, maybe more before she flies away. But now she is like kind of treating you like her dad, her daddy. Oh, it's getting weird. It's weird. Okay. She has no contact with her mother. I have also blocked Ella on everything. Yes, Nikki and I are both broken. I refused therapy for years, but after that one outburst where I told Ella everything that was bottled up, I've decided I do need therapy. Yeah, I think when you, yeah, I think when you, the child that could have been your child, that you probably gotta jump into some therapy, maybe. Yeah, I think that's wise, dude. I think it's a good thing to just okay, yeah. Yeah. Yep, I'm glad you're in therapy. I have suggested it to Nikki. She said when she is settled, she will. I'm not going to ask if I'm the a-hole. I know I am. Edit. Current situation. Hungover. Oh no, did you write this when you were like drunk? Like, do you remember writing this? Oh, this is crazy. Wow, this post blew up. Comments are still coming in, and there's no way I can read and reply to all of them. I might respond to a few random ones later. After reading my post and seeing all the mistakes, lesson learned, don't write while intoxicated. I'm leaving the mistakes uncorrected, though. I think they capture how I felt at the time, typos and all. Oh my, that's crazy. I mean, good. I can't decide. I can't decide if I'm like, good for you, like, you know, get your revenge. And then the other part of me is like, weird, 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 weird. Ew. I can't imagine, ew, being intimate with anyone that my mom, because they do have this fatherly figure, but I also knew them. Oh my gosh, there's so much. I think, honestly, I feel like, see, this is what's tough with like infidelity and when people are bad people. It's like, we really want revenge on them. Like, we want revenge on them so badly. But if you ever put someone who has hurt you in a position to be the victim, they usually are going to cling to that, and then you're going to end up being the bad guy. Like when my ex cheated on me, I didn't say or do anything. Sometimes I wish I had, but like I just didn't. I let the other woman be that because we didn't know about each other. I let her do all of the revenge things, and I just was like, not me, I'm just crying. That's all I'm doing. But now I can like sleep at night. I mean, this is literally like over a decade ago, so it doesn't even really matter that much anymore. But like, I can look back at that and be like, oh, yeah, he's the dick. I don't need to worry about it. I moved with integrity. But I get it because at the same time, part of me is like, oh, he better X, Y, and Z. I hope he's never successful or whatever, whatever. So I don't think I would do this. I mean, but it's not about me. It's about you. Are you the a-hole? I honestly feel like, dude, you're more of an a-hole to yourself. Because it's like, I don't think you're feeling that much better after you did that. Like, it'd be one thing if you were like, this is amazing. Or like if, like, two people are cheated on and then they end up falling in love. And it's like, yeah, we met because our other partners were crappy and they cheated on us. And then we met each other. So I guess it was worth it in a weird way. Then I'm like, ooh, yeah, go. That's awesome. But this feels just like a little too close to home for me. And it feels like she's going to probably look at you as like simultaneously a father figure who she slept with. I feel like, honestly, I don't think you're necessarily an a-hole. I think you're just not doing things healthy for you. And I hope that you're able to process this and feel better and find someone that is faithful to you and honors you and respects you, who you honor and you respect. I think that would be ideal. And I hope you find that. And I hope, lesson learned, everybody, don't sleep with your ex's kid, even if they're older now, I guess. Ooh, I don't know why this still makes me feel like gives me the heebie-jeebies. All right, let's do another wild one that involves a child, a pregnancy, a weird relationship. Y'all, what are y'all getting into out there? Like, the streets they must be just full of traffic. They're wild. I don't know what's going on. All right, so this one is asking, am I the a-hole for lying to a woman in order to force her to take a pregnancy test? Um, Again, I'm going to need some more information. Let's see. I was dating this woman, and we were doing the do pretty regularly for some time. She would spend the nights with me after work and the weekends as well, and we were very active in that sense. This period of time was relatively short, however, lasting about 4 weeks before this incident. I was home alone when I started getting tons of texts from two phone numbers. One was my woman, say girlfriend. I guess it's probably one of those situations where he's like, "Oh, I'm not gonna say girlfriend because we're not like official, but I will call her my woman." I don't know. I just think it sounds weird, but I mean, I guess I say my man sometimes. I don't know, guys. I have a hard time making decisions and sticking to them. All right. One was my woman, and the other was her friend, who I'm pretty sure had feelings for her. Wondering, okay. The text said that she missed her period and her friend drove her to the doctors. She had a blood test done, among other traditional tests that showed she was pregnant. I immediately called her and asked if she was okay, if there's anything I could do to help, and suggested we meet in person to talk about what we were going to do. Aw. Okay. That's That's a very mature response. That's exactly the response I would say you should have. She told me she didn't want anyone to know. I lived with my mom at the time in a duplex type situation, so they knew each other, and the woman made it a the woman, gosh, this is making it sound so weird. And the woman made it a point to say she didn't want my mom to know. Are you guys like really young? Are you guys like teenagers? But you're saying woman. So that makes me feel like you guys are older, or maybe you're trying to seem older. Ugh. Or maybe you're young and this is an older woman, like a MILF situation, a cougar situation. Now, I'm just speculating here, but I'm just so confused why you keep calling her woman. Okay. After she said that, her friend began spamming me, saying things like how awful what I had done is, and how it's my fault she's going through this and I need to make things right. I was pretty confused about the direction things were going. After I asked if she could come meet me for a second time, she said I needed to go and change my relationship status to in a relationship on my socials. You guys are young, huh? You're like in high school, right? I think you guys are in high school because yeah, or maybe you're in college. Something's weird. Something's weird. Okay. I guess it doesn't matter how old you are. I told her that we had only been seeing each other for a few weeks, that we never had gone out on a proper date, only friends with benefit type stuff, and she had never indicated to me that she wanted to take things further. I told her I wasn't comfortable changing my status online at the time, and that I really think we should talk in person, and that her friend does not need to be involved. Okay, I think you're setting your boundaries, right? You're like, this is how I'm feeling, what I need. We're not in a relationship. I want to figure out what we're supposed to be doing right now. At this point, she's crying and screaming over the phone that I need to love her and prove that I love her because I had done this to her. And how could I do this if I wasn't even willing to make her my girlfriend? Yeah, you guys seem really young. Oh, this is just so like, if there's anyone on my channel who is a younger person, this is not how you have a healthy relationship. Just say at the beginning what you're looking for. Just do that. If you want something casual, say it's casual. If you want something more serious, say that's what you're looking for. Don't waste your time and risk your health, risk your mental health, risk having a kid because you're pretending you don't want more than what you want. It's so vulnerable and it's so hard to do, but I swear to God, your life will be so much easier. Listen to me, I'm an elder. Your life will be so much easier if you can figure out how to just be honest with yourself. Be honest with the people you're entering into relationships with, even if you're scared. Even if you're like, "Oh, I don't know if I tell him I want something serious, is he going to back away? Or he told me he doesn't want anything serious, but I do. So I'm just going to pretend that I don't care if he sleeps around and we can just be friends with benefits because I like him so much, even though I really want, I can make him want me. I can make him want to have a long-term relationship. No, you can't. You can't. Value yourself enough to find someone who's going to value you. Okay? Okay? Sounds to me like this OP has taken all the steps that they need to take in order to communicate clearly what their expectations are. And it's not their fault that this woman isn't picking up on that and isn't respecting that. But it's also a crazy situation to be in when you find yourself with child with someone that might be a friends with benefits. I mean, she's probably feeling very vulnerable. She probably does want to make sure she has support. She's probably terrified, scared. I said, you know what? You're right. We should make things official. I said, when people are having a child together, they get married. Having a child is a life-changing moment. We should be together in this important moment. I asked her friend I asked if her friend could bring her over so we can be together. As soon as I hung up the phone, I told my mom. She went and got some pregnancy tests, and when the woman, it's so weird that you're saying that, sorry. And when the woman and her friend arrived, I invited her in. I handed her a pregnancy test, and she started to have a fit. I told her she had to take the test in order for me to be able to accept it and move forward. I also asked my mom to stay in the back near the door so she would feel like she was surrounded. She took the test. Surprise. She wasn't pregnant. Wait. At this point, she's shoving blood work results that were on paper and looked very official into my face. So I handed her another blood test and she was negative again. At this point, I knew all of this was some insane scenario her and her friend cooked up, the goal seemingly to make her my girlfriend. I told her to grab any of her things and leave. As she was walking out the door, I said, you know, I liked you a lot. I would have made things official if you had asked me how I felt. But after this, I never want to see you again. Wow. Good for you, dude. Wow. Okay. So much to unpack. Just stop pretending that you are pregnant. That is not how you get someone to commit to you, okay? Don't you want to be with someone who cares about you and values you the same amount that you care and value them? You're valuable. You don't need to play these games and fake a pregnancy and do all of this stuff to get someone to commit to you. You simply don't. That's a surefire way, like in this post, to get someone to want to never be near you ever again. It is scary stuff. What's even scarier is there's this resource. I'm sharing, trusting that no one is going to actually go to this website, but there is I won't even say the website, but there is a website where you can go and you can literally get fake DNA tests. You can get fake pregnancy tests that are positive. You can get fake prescriptions. You can get fake, like, actual real results that say who's the father, as if it was like a paternity test. And it's claims that it's like, oh, this is a funny prank, but people have literally used that to fake being pregnant and then like rope people into relationships with them, get people into lawsuits. It is such a terrible, terrible idea, terrible thing to do. So do not do it. And if you're on the receiving end of this, yes, do what this person did. Buy your own pregnancy test, give them the pregnancy test, make sure you go with them to the doctor, make sure you get a paternity test. Like, we need to be more, I just can't believe people do stuff like this. Like, be more accepting that people can choose if they want to be with you or not. And if a circumstance happens because of the choice you've made to be with somebody, then it is your responsibility to stay with that person or take care of that child. It is your responsibility to take care of that child if there is a real pregnancy. It's something that you guys need to do together, and ultimately, it's a situation that you're not going to fully understand unless you're in it. Just please don't fake this stuff and value yourself enough to get out of these scary, toxic situations before they get too worse. And because I'm worried this video is going to get way more serious before it stays lighthearted, I just want to say, love you guys. I'm going to go ahead and sign off here. I hope you listen to me. I've got some words of wisdom. More coming at you next week. Have an amazing weekend, y'all. And stay safe out there. I will see you in my next video very soon. Bye. Are you not